every relationship has an adjustment period. You have to. You could have the perfect marriage, perfect relationship, but your parents are getting older. So now your parents are aging. Hey, I gotta start taking care of my parents. And then the person you're with, like, yo, hey, what's going on? Well, we're gonna have to adjust to this change. And during that adjustment, a lot of people just be like, I don't care. So was he not ready to like? Did she come too hard too soon for that adjustment period, or he just wasn't ready for the
Well,
I have
adjustment?
based
questions
on
too
yeah, I
based
have a
on that.
question. Yeah.
So my first question, sorry,
Go
my
ahead.
first question is, how long were they together again?
Almost 2 years, if not more.
And for almost 2 years, what are their ages? Are they in their 20s or are they in their
No,
30s?
they're closer. Like they're over 36, 37.
And where does the father? Is the father involved? Still involved in the child's life at all?
Not as involved.
Okay. And are they living together?
They don't live together, but what I do know is that they do spend weekends at each other's houses. So they're at that place where they're ready to
Okay.
combine everything into one.
Okay.
So their adjustment period was kind of just being tested at that moment.
Well, I think it's been an adjustment because now he's dating somebody with a child. Adjustment.
Mhm.
She's bringing a child into a new relationship with another man. Adjustment. Um, Getting adjusted to different locations each weekend. That's an adjustment. So it seems like the whole relationship has been an adjustment. So I don't think it's just this situation, if that makes sense. It's probably bigger than. It seems like it's bigger than, hey, I don't want to deal with bullying.
Well,
Because
she's vulnerable. She just needs him
Yeah,
to be there for her.
based on what you stated in this situation, it didn't seem like she was asking him to father the child, give the child any kind of parenting, any advice or whatever. She seemed like she needed her boyfriend or her partner to speak to because this was affecting her home life. I think his response was whack. His response was absolutely whack because you guys are dating almost 2 years now, and we're at the point where I can't talk to you about my kid. You're spending weekends at my house. You're in my child's space. My child, more than likely knows you.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you're in his home. We
her
don't
home.
know.
Yeah, the child, of course, met him.
Yeah, so it's like that's whack for you to have that kind of reaction. And at almost 2 months, where did you think that this was leading? Do you not want
2 years.
2 years? Sorry, not 2 months. Where did you think that this was going? Do you not want to be more serious than what this is? Like, why is it a problem for you? Even if it was like, hey, she had a bad day because, she's going through some bullying, since you're going to be here and her father isn't, like, can you just talk to her? I think she needs to hear something from someone else other than me. So, like, even if she was asking you to take the extra step to do that, would that have been so bad? Like, what do you want from this lady knowing that she has a child? Like, what are you looking for? What kind of relationship are you expecting to have with someone that has a child?
I do understand, but what I'm saying is like you're asking someone to adjust to something very fast, something that they're really not prepared to adjust for. So
Well, what's
But I'm
fast?
saying you're really not though, because once there's a child involved, that level of responsibility is immediately raised. There's never a like, hey, I can see this woman and the child and play around with them.
no, he wasn't. I think he's taking her serious, but I think that he's probably on his own timeline. He's on his own timeline. Like it's a there's things you ask in a relationship and you want the person to adjust to this change. Like, like if you're dating someone and um let's say Aaron's single and Aaron is dating and the guy goes, hey, we've been dating for a couple of years. Can you co-sign something for me? I want to do this investment. You're like, what the that comes out of nowhere, right? It throws you off. But the person might feel comfortable enough with you because they've been with you every day or every weekend to ask you for something like that.
Cosign is different though. That
Yeah.
is absolutely different.
I
Like,
You're going from like communicating
Yeah.
about something about your goals and dreams
To put
to
my financial future in jeopardy.
That's different.
No.
Yeah.
Let's stay with the kid.
Yeah.
I think that let's stay with the kid.
Yeah.
Because if you co-sign it, let me know.
Yeah, that's
I'll take a loan too. I think it could sound like he wasn't prepared to really be in this role. I don't think I just don't like the word adjustment. I think I'm hung up on the adjustment part.
And the
Really?
quickness. You keep saying like that he was asked to adjust so suddenly, and it's not suddenly.
You're being asked to go into a father role.
Not
That's
not
in-
after they've dated for 2 months. No,
Years.
I know you're acting as if they've only been dating for like 2 months, and she's like, "Oh, my kid," but no, they have been in a relationship almost 2 years. He spends weekends over there.
With her.
What are we doing
and,
here?
and even if he didn't get to meet the child for say 6 months, whatever the case may be,
Okay.
once he met the child,
right.
that was an immediate like, okay, now we're serious, and now I have to be more than
So
just
automatically,
dating you.
he should think about going into a stepfather role right away because
It has nothing to do with thinking about it. It has that's what you are. That's what you will be.
Almost 2 years, and you haven't thought in your mind, I'm seriously dating this woman. She has a child, and somewhere down the line, if I marry her, I will be this child's stepfather. And it doesn't start at just marriage. Like, we're seriously dating. I have to take on that role. And first of all, if you felt uncomfortable with parenting a kid that's not yours, or you think that that's moving too quick, you shouldn't be spending nights at her house. She has a kid. If you don't want anything to do with that kid, stay your ass at home.
Word, and the right code is you can't mess with women with kids if you're not going to be there. Like, that's not even.
Yeah.
You can lie. I don't want to even say this, but you can lie to a single girl, and it's a different lie. But if you're going to lie to a woman with a child, that's almost like
Explain
a.
that.
That's
Explain that.
it's almost like a violation. It's like you're setting her up to. Because in a sense, you're not her hero. You're almost like you're saying you're ready to build another family with this person, and that involves like hope and planning and responsibilities. And you're saying, hey, I'm getting involved with you and your child. And if you're not ready for that, just say we fucking.
So are you saying there's a difference between lying to a woman who's single and lying to a single mother?
In my eyes, absolutely.
Explain it. So
I think you just did.
no, but like I want to get the code because you said there's a code to it. What's the code?
I feel like the code is, first of all, the code should be honesty. But if you're going to lie about it, be like more honest about the lie.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, if you're going to be with a woman with a child, you could tell her up front, like, listen, you could tell her anything, really. You can really tell her anything and be like, I'm so busy, I'm so this, I'm so that. And she's going to catch on to like, okay, you're not going to be around. But if you're not going to just.
You got to find a way to get her the message you're saying. That it's not going to be
If you're not going to be honest.
Like if you're not going to take it serious, you're saying find a way, whether you could be direct or find a way through however you want to do it, but make sure she gets the message that don't make plans with me, I'm not going to be around. Because
That's if you're not going to be honest, yeah. And if you're not ready for that, then a single mother really should be off of your whole radar.
So what do you guys think of a man doesn't have that code? Like he doesn't respect the fact that he should not toy with a single mother's mind. Like what do you think of that?
Sorry.
Yeah.
This is a sorry ass man. I don't know what's the point, especially if you go that far to dating someone, especially almost 2 years. I'm not saying that that's what this man is doing, but if you are dating someone and you're making it seem to that woman that you guys are becoming serious, and you know that you don't want to be serious, why are you doing this? Like, why are you doing this? Because when she has a child involved, it's like you're kind of like preparing yourself and this child for a new man to come into your life. A single woman, all right, that nigga wasn't shit, on to the next one.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like,
You don't want because you don't want a revolving door
exactly.
with your child.
Yeah.
So, and I think that goes back to what Rome was saying. Either you need to be upfront and honest about what your intentions are, knowing that there's a child involved,
because
know?
y'all don't need to meet,
Yeah.
and you don't need to come over here.
That part. And most single women with children that I've met have made that very clear and won't bring you around their child,
Yeah.
whether it be for safety reasons first, for comfortability second, whatever way that is. But like, listen, you know I got a child, you know I got responsibilities, and they'll make you wait. And that's a respectable, whatever time they decide to make you wait is respectable.
Do you think that men maybe look at it like the single mothers are more vulnerable because they have more hope because they really want that, I guess, family unit? Like niggas just be
Oh.
like, yo, she got a kid. Nobody gonna want her with her kids. So she's trying to grab whatever she could grab,
No.
or is it the opposite?
I think it's the opposite. I think that, well, from my perspective, I'm just gonna say as an outsider looking in, I would think that their responsibility number one is their kid. You know, their kids' well-being, their kids' mental health, the kids' safety. So that's why, like he said, they wait until it appears that this may, go in a particular direction, and that conversations have been had about you meeting my child. You know, so again, if you're honest, then she can move accordingly.
But on the opposite side of that, I see what he's saying, that if you do meet a woman with a child and she tells you up front that she has a child, but she's still acting wild or whatever the case may be, then you know you're not going to be able to take her serious because you whole time thinking like, what happened to your kid? Or you're taking that as the
Which
standard,
is more common, I think.
which is you're taking that as the standard of how it's going to be. Like,
Mhm.
okay, you have somebody to watch your child, your grandma can watch your child, your
Right.
son, your child's father can watch your child. So you still have an active lifestyle in a sense,
Mhm.
you know? So
But you're still not introducing the kid.
No,
True.
but it's like at least if from what I'm thinking about it is like growing up when you're younger. I'm talking about this is like before you're like 28 years old. When you meet a girl, if she's 23, 24, she has a kid, it's a heavy burden. You're like, damn, she got a kid. She has to maybe work harder because it's more common for a dude to be like, I'm 20, 28, 27 years old. She's 23, 24. She got a kid. She knows she got a kid. It's not the same. Like you're not like running to be a stepfather at that age. Like if you're older, you're in your mid 30s, late 30s, and you meet a woman with kids, or you're in your 40s. That's different. That's like, yeah, she
So
got
what are we talking
kids.
about? Are we talking about young folk or middle-aged folk?
But what I'm saying is like just in general. You understand what I'm saying?
Because I think those are two very distinct situations with a completely different set of circumstances.
Okay.
like
So
an
I
older
don't-
woman with,
But this
plus if the kids are older, that's a whole nother,
that's a whole other
that's a
thing.
whole
Yeah,
other
that's
thing.
actually you free.
Yeah, you basically,
She's back to being single.
yeah.
She's like a single woman because her kids are grown.
Not even grown, but of a certain age
Teenager
to like
type.
be able to watch themselves and,
Yeah,
and
that I'm
babysit
talking
or
about
something.
when the kids are young. When the
Yeah.
kids are like 2, maybe to 7,
a
8 years
two?
old.
A two.
A two? No, that
They
'cause
can't even use a bathroom by themselves.
Yeah.
Clean their ass real good.
that and really, I ain't gonna say it, but I'll say it. I mean, with the young kids, they're usually still involved
Baby
with
father
Yeah.
still
Still involved with the
lingering
baby
somewhere.
father
He's somewhere.
somewhere.
He in the bushes.
not even, yeah,
What a
basically, yeah.
With
Yeah.
a gun.
And he's still on that. I don't want nobody around my son or my daughter and
The drama.
the drama. Yeah, so it takes a while for that to, if it does, it takes a while for that to die down, if it ever does.
Yeah.
I do think this all revolves around what Roman initially said about their entire relationship has been a transition. So maybe this transition hit his boundary,
Actually, I like that.
but there's been transitions
And
the
push.
entire time.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I actually really like that because there is a boundary level. Because if we're talking about shifting, transition, adjustment periods, right?
Mm.
Like, let's just say you decided to work on yourself as a person. You want to work, like, yo, let me work on my mental health. Let me work on being a better person. And you legitimately are accomplishing that. Is there an adjustment period for the person you're in a relationship with and the people around you to recognize that? Because they're used to the old you. They're used to the you maybe that's not together.